Let's take a look at the new large-sized sedan K8 with me, Mari. The K8 is replacing the K7, or otherwise known as Cadenza, and it has become larger than before, and in terms of design, it's become much bolder. Then let's take a closer look. The K8 that you're looking at right now is the interstellar gray color, and overall, it's slightly bigger than the Toyota Avalon. As for the tires, they're 245/40 19-inch, and they're a square set, front and back. I'll show you how the headlamps work. The high beam and turn signal work like this. Let me show you how the tail lamps work. This is the brake light and reversing light. The one that we tested was the 3.5-liter gasoline with an 8-speed auto transmission. The maximum output is 300 PS and maximum torque 36.6 kg/force-meter. Now let's take a look at the trunk of the K8. The overall capacity is 660 liters. Under the luggage board, you have the storage compartment and the tire repair kit. You can't fold the seats, but you do have a ski-through, and you can load longer luggage. And now let's take a look inside. The K8 was very generous in using leather, so it's very luxurious. The front seats are sand beige seats, and the holding and the cushion was nice, but the position was a bit high. The door trim was also very generous in using leather, and so it felt very soft, but the quilting was a bit much. As for the openness inside, it was quite average, and the side mirrors are flag types, so they don't hinder your line of sight. This is the interior layout. And this is the ambient lighting. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather, so it feels really good, and the new Kia logo felt a bit larger than usual. The buttons on the steering wheel are on opposite sides of the existing steering wheels. On the left-hand side, you have the driving assist buttons, and the right-hand side has the audio control buttons. Inside the K8, you have a total of 3 displays. The first, the head-up display that shows you the key information of the car. The panoramic display with a 12.3-inch digital dashboard, and a 12.3-inch infotainment display. Under the center display, you have another display in which you can switch from the climate control unit controls and infotainment system controls. It's fingerprint proofed, so if you touch it, it's quite luxurious. As for the gear shift, it's a dial type gear, and you have the front parking sensor, 360-degree camera, drive mode control button, and the auto hold button. Put the gear in reverse and you'll get the rear view camera as well as the 360-degree surround view camera. The wireless charger for your smartphone is under the climate control unit. When you press the drive mode button, you have the Eco, Normal, Sports, and Custom. The second row seats were very spacious, and yet again, they were generous with using the leather. They wrapped the leather around so that it feels like it's wrapping around the passenger's back. I thought I saw this at the Rolls-Royce. And on the second row, you have the air vent and USB charging port. You also have the heated seats and air ventilated seats. On the second row armrest, you have 2 cup holders and the media control button. Let's start the POV drive. The video that you're seeing now is using binaural recording. The ride of the car was generally very smooth and comfortable, however, the left to right rolling was a bit much. That's why the overall ride was much better under sports mode. Considering that this is a 300 PS car, the acceleration was mediocre. The handling was quite average. At lower speeds, it was a bit bumpy here and there, but at higher speed, it was okay. However, under sports mode, it felt a bit too heavy. On the corners, thanks to the long wheelbase, it was stable, but in terms of the cornering, you could feel that the weight portion was focused on the front half of the car. Let's look at adaptive cruise control. K8's adaptive cruise control uses Kia's new advanced driver assistance system, thereby lessening your driving fatigue. However, the system algorithm releases the accelerator abruptly as if it turns off a switch, rather than reducing the speed gradually. So slow driving wise, it lessened the driving satisfaction. The gear shift was very responsive, but the highlight was when it was turned into manual mode. Of course, the upshift was forcefully done, but you can actually feel the acceleration, so the satisfaction was quite high. As for the noise level, apart from a little bit of draft and wind noise, it was relatively quiet. After driving a total of 36 kilometers, the total mileage came out to be 11.8 kilometers per liter. If you liked our review, always remember to click like and subscribe. This has been Mari with Motorgraph World.